Well, hi there. Welcome to Chess-Based Workshop. My name is Steve Lopez. Thanks for clicking the link and joining us. Over the last several videos, we've been looking at Fritz13 new functions with the Let's Check server, a worldwide community of Fritz users who are contributing analysis to a master database where you can just go in and click on a position, and if it's been analyzed, bam, there's your analysis. Now, how can you contribute to the worldwide community? There's several ways that we've looked at doing it: discovering positions, trying to win positions, analyzing games. You can also just contribute your chess engine to analyze individual positions that other users have submitted. Now, this is kind of a cyclical thing. You contribute your engine to gain credits that you can then spend to submit your own positions. So no matter how you do this, no matter what order I decide to do these videos in, we're kind of putting the cart before the horse, because I'm going to show you today how to contribute your engine to analyze positions that other people have submitted. Now you'd say, well, why would I want to do that? It's so you in turn can submit positions for other people to analyze. So I want to show you first of all how to contribute your own engine. And when you're going to want to do this, obviously, is when you're not using your computer. We've talked in the past about how you shouldn't really have a whole lot of stuff running on your computer when your engine is analyzing. And it's the same deal here. And I'll show you. I have a live video where I'm going to show you this in action coming up here in a minute or two. And the problem you're going to see immediately is because I'm running an engine and running a video, we get very slow analysis and not very deep. And I'll demonstrate that directly. But first we'll show you how to get into this thing. One thing you want to do before you even begin when you're at the desktop is hit F3 or go to the engine menu and click the Change Main Engine button to select the engine that you want to use for analysis. When you select that engine, you can also click a button and set the amount of RAM that you're going to use. If you want to give people good analysis, if you've got a multiprocessor engine and a multiprocessor machine, you want to do that. You want to have a multiprocessor engine if you've got one available, if you have a multi-core or multiprocessor machine, and give it as much RAM as you can. In fact, you'll see in a minute here when we get into when I show this in action, you're going to see that I've actually changed the engine from Fritz13. As you see here, we go to ZapChess instead because it is a multiprocessor engine. So the first thing you want to do from your main screen to get there is you're going to go up to the engine menu, and you'll see there's a button here that says Let's Check, and when you mouse over it, it says Show the Let's Check windows. We've seen this before. You click that to get into Let's Check, to connect to the server. And that makes these other buttons and features available. So once you click Let's Check, you wind up here, and what you're going to want to click on is this big button here that says Contribute Engine. Notice the mouse over the server may send you positions for analysis. You can interrupt at any time. I'll tell you, before we even begin, once you click Contribute Engine, when you're done, just click that same button again to disconnect from this feature. Contributing engine means that whatever engine you presently have loaded, when you click Contribute Engine, is going to start analyzing positions that are sent to you from the server. You'll see here there's a button that says Submit Position. You could submit a position for analysis, and then other people who are contributing their engine would be analyzing it. So it's sort of a scratch my back, I'll scratch yours kind of a thing. If you contribute your engine, for every position you analyze, you earn a credit towards submitting your own games and positions for analysis. And we'll show you this in action here. Once again, make sure all you have to do is make sure the engine that you want to have loaded is loaded before you click Contribute Engine. That's all there is to it. And you'll see that between the time I did these still pictures and the time I did the live video, you're going to see that I changed engines. I went to a ZapChess engine instead. So let's take a look at this in action, and you'll get an idea of what you can expect when you're contributing your own engine to analyze positions that have been submitted by others to the Let's Check server. After loading the ZapChess engine, I then go up to the top here and connect to Let's Check. Then I move over one button to the right and decide to contribute an engine. So we'll click on that to contribute ZapChess. It takes a moment for the server to feed you your first position, but you see it's already done that. It now says that we're analyzing position number 1. Of course, you look down in the lower right part of the screen, you have your engine analysis pane. You'll notice that nothing is happening for a moment, and then suddenly my engine begins to analyze. And as you look at that pane, you're going to notice this engine is analyzing very slowly. Despite the fact that I am running a multiprocessor engine on a multiprocessor machine, a multi-core machine, you will notice that this thing is moving at a snail's pace. It's moving like a tortoise. And there's a reason for that, and this is something that I have been ranting about in Chess-Based Workshop for a long time, both when I was writing it and since I've been doing videos. And that is, you don't want to have a whole bunch of stuff running on your machine when you are analyzing chess games or chess positions. When your chess engine is working, to get the best possible results, you want to give your chess engine as much RAM as you can give it and as much of your processor time as you can give it. Unfortunately, right now, I'm running a video. I have video capture software running. Actually, this is funny. I'm narrating this as a whole separate process. I'm overdubbing this narration onto an existing video. All I did at the time that this video was made was run ZapChess and run the video, and look how much it has slowed ZapChess down. And I didn't give ZapChess a whole lot of RAM either. I knew that I needed some RAM for my video processing. So here again, it's not even half the RAM I would normally be giving ZapChess, plus I have video capture software running, and look how slow the engine's going. I will point out though, in the lower right side, in that white pane that shows you what's going on, what you're feeding to the server, what ZapChess, what your engine is putting up there for other people to use, notice you do have a status bar that goes from left to right. It starts out red and it gets greener as it goes across. We're about halfway across now, so it's sort of this weird olive drab color, sort of a World War II GI olive drab. That just shows that we're about halfway through the process. Normally, ZapChess would analyze a position and then move on to the next position being fed to it in about a minute and a half. But this takes quite a while. This is nearly a 5-minute process for this to happen. So it does take a little bit of time. In fact, we just passed the halfway point. So this does take a good bit of time, and it's a wonderful illustration of why you don't want to run a chess engine running analysis. You don't want to do that while you're doing a whole bunch of other things on your computer, while you're playing some other game or writing a letter or working with spreadsheets or whatever it is that you're doing, or making videos as I'm doing now. This is why I always call it overnight analysis. Well, I've always suggested for years that when you analyze chess games using a chess engine, do it overnight. It doesn't have to be overnight. It doesn't have to be while you sleep. It can very well be while you're at work. You're going off to work someplace. You have your computer at home. Just turn it on, set it up, put your time controls in, let it run, and when you come home, you should have analysis. Basically, that's why. You're not going to be using that computer while you're not home, so go ahead and let it run. Same thing applies to this feature. If you're going to be analyzing positions for other people, if you're going to contribute your engine for chess analysis, do it at a time that you're not going to be using your computer for other processes, other things, other activities that you need to do with your computer. Let it run by itself. Don't do anything else on your computer at the time. And this is why. Because this is normally a fairly quick engine, but it is just crawling because of all the different things I have going on my computer. But it is working. You'll notice that we're getting kind of close to the end there. The green bar is becoming a brighter green. There's only a little bit of white left on the right side. We're almost done. About another, now again, I'm narrating an existing video, so we're still probably 30-45 seconds away from having our next position fed to us. But watch what happens when that occurs, when that green bar gets the whole way across and the server has determined that ZapChess has looked deeply enough into the position to do a valid analysis. What the Let's Check server will then do is send us a new position. You'll see the board position change, and you'll see that notation in that center box right here. The white box in the center is going to say that we're now analyzing position 2. So you'll see that happen here just about any second. I've determined that once I've analyzed a couple of positions, by the way, I've jumped ahead a few minutes here. I've determined that once I analyze a couple of positions, I want to disconnect from the server. So we're going to show you how to do that. We're going to wait for position 2 to be completely done. We're going to wait for the board position to change and the notation that we're into position 3 now. And we're going to show you how to disconnect from the server once you've decided you've analyzed quite enough. It's very simple. Once the board changes to position number 3, all we have to do is go up to the Contribute Engine button and click on it again. Board just changed. Let's go up and click on the button and disconnect from the server. Going back to still pictures, I wanted to show you a close-up, show you a little better view of what you get when you disconnect after clicking Contribute Engine to disconnect from the server. What you get over here is a little note that says thank you and your total credit total, which at this time for me is 194 credits. That's it, and I'll show you a little closer view of that. So don't freak out when everything goes black here for a second, just so we can concentrate on it. You just get a little note right there in the scrolling dialog of what's going on the server. Thank you, total credits equals, and you have your total. Now, I've analyzed 194 positions. Well, you might be saying, well, if I'm going to submit individual positions, I'm dang sure not going to be submitting 194 of them. Well, you can also submit complete games as well, and that'll knock your total down. I submitted a game yesterday, and I had going on 300 credits, and it knocked my total down to below 200. So you can have analyzed complete games or individual positions, either one, and we'll look at both of those options in upcoming chess-based workshops. But reiterating, once you click Contribute Engine and this thing is running, just let it run. Go away. Just let it go for as long as you want. If you have a couple hours where you're not going to be using your computer, just let it run. You rack up a couple dozen or more credits that you can use to submit your own positions later. Whenever you're finished, then, once again repeating that whenever you want to turn this off and go back to normal use of Fritz or whatever you want to do, just click Contribute Engine another time, and you will get the little display here whenever you do that just tells you how many credits you have earned. Now coming up, we're going to look at what you can do with those credits once you've earned them. So, till next time for Chess-Based Workshop, I'm Steve Lopez, reminding you to please do have fun.